Welcome back to another video, guys. But man, oh man, what has happened to NAT stock? Well, today we're going to actually be talking about why it's dropping so much and when we should actually look to buy in. Before we get on into the video, just make sure to like, comment, and subscribe and turn on the bell icon to be notified every time we come out with a new video. Since our last video, when we reported that NAT had a great quarter, beat their EPS, and was optimistic about the future, and you go and look at the stock price today, and you can see it does not reflect that. It has dropped all the way from $5.30 now down to about $4.50 on the day. The craziest part about it being at $4.50 is the fact that they reported their quarterly earnings yesterday and said this is the best start they've ever had in the company's history to any year. Despite what this company has came out and said in their quarterly report, there has been a tremendous amount of selling pressure on the stock recently. The reason there is so much selling pressure on the stock right now is because so many people got in at around $7, $8, and maybe $9 per share a while back. And now that they see the stock's not coming up after earnings, and everyone waited for that and expected it at least jump 30% after earnings, and now that they see it's not jumping up and it's actually going down, people are starting to panic sell, and that just creates an immense amount of pressure onto the stock. And then when there's a huge amount of people have stop losses on their shares, and it drops, it hits that stop loss, and then it'll keep dropping, and it'll trigger everyone's stop loss until it's just at its bottom. And that's what it's doing with Nordic American Tankers right now. So, what do I think you should do? I think the best option is to wait and hold and do not buy anymore and to not sell anymore. This stock will eventually stop going down, and when people realize that the company just said this is the best quarter to the start of a year they've ever had, more people will start buying in, and it still has that potential to go all the way up to $10 or even more. Just because the stock is dropping because everyone else is panicking that they did not beat their EPS by a good 20 cents per share, which is just not reasonable reason to sell off your shares. If it does keep on dropping and it goes all the way down to $4.30, I can see myself picking up at least another 500 shares of the company, as I believe it has a very high side and it still will most likely go up to at least $8 to $10 at the minimum. And when I think about selling, I wouldn't sell until it hit around that mark of $8 to $10 at the minimum. And for the people that are selling now, usually the ones that are selling now, they're either have made profit because they bought back all the way when it was around $2, or they're panic selling because they see that the market's dropping and that's making it worse. But once all of those shares have been picked up by people that are knowledgeable around the stock and that do not panic sell, that's whenever we'll see a reversal in the stock and it'll start going up instead of down. So if you were just looking when you should buy the stock or when you should sell, I would just wait and see whenever it bottoms out and whenever it finds a good support level, which if it finds a good support level at $4.50 per share, it'd be a great time to buy in if you're looking to buy. But I would not sell all the way until it's at least at around $7 or $8. They've already said this is the best quarter to start a year they've ever had in the company's history, and they can see a good future for the rest of 2020 and even 2021, they said in their quarterly report. If you've watched my other videos, you would know how I say that I thought this company was only a short-term play and I would only hold it for at least 6 to 9 months and then I would sell it and that'd be it. But after seeing their quarterly report and seeing guidance and saying that they're very optimistic about the 2021 year, I have changed my outlook onto the company, and I feel like this could be a more longer term investment. I believe if you hold this for another year, maybe two, it would be more reasonable for it to go up to the share price that it should be instead of the 6 to 9 months as I once thought. So for all the people that are thinking this is just a trendy stock and a pump and dump, I actually do not believe that just because they've came out and shown how much they're making and they're going to be making more in the next 2 quarters. And while maybe next year it's not going to be the exact same amount, they're still going to be making a lot of money. They've talked about how there's not new incoming tanker ships to any of those companies. So they're going to have a good majority share of all the oil tankers out in the water, and they're going to be making a good amount of money for these next year to two because of the volatility in the market. So do not panic sell with the stock. People will. That's just going to give other people great opportunities to get into it, and it'll eventually go back up. Anyway, thank you guys for watching and watching to the end of the video if you made it this far. If you have any comments or you want to see any other stock be talked about, just comment it down below and we will do that in a future video. See you guys in the next video.